Hello folks, Grubner101 here for Zero Talent Gaming, and right now, I know there's been a lot of videos about this and you can find them all over YouTube, but I wanted to make my own to help cover some different things that I've seen these other videos and other players not really cover. But, you know, as in all such, I'm going to cover a lot of the same things that they do. Alright, so we're gonna talk about peeking, snapping, and actual overall weapon control. As you can see, I like to use the M16A3. I like the Cobra sight. I like the RDS, which is just the little red dot sight. But I use M16A3 with a heavy barrel and foregrip. I like this setup. It works for me. Different setups will work for different people. They do say, hey, foregrip does kind of mitigate some of that heavy barrel accuracy, but it helps a little bit at range. You do lose some heavy barrel accuracy slightly closer, but it's not too much and not enough that you will actually be at a disadvantage. The M16 is a basically good all-around weapon system. It's fairly accurate. It is good for a plethora of different situations, you know, be it close, medium, and long-range shots. It's got a really good controllable amount of shots per second. And, you know, it's not as fast as AEK. The AEK, if you can match that weapon system with its recoil and its different recoil settings, will be a better thing versus the M16A3. I prefer the M16A3. I've used it for many hours. I've gotten used to it. I know how the weapon reacts, and I know how to use it in my gameplay. In a nutshell, you can use almost any weapon system you want, and as long as you are good with that weapon and you know how to use it and control the recoil, you can do pretty much good damage with almost any weapon system. Granted, there are different weapon systems that are better at specific situations. Like, take the G3A3 for example. The G3A3 is really good at longer range shots. It does some good damage, but it's got a really slow fire. So those close-in gun battles, you're going to lose most of the time unless you just happen to get that lucky headshot. The AEK will beat the M16A3 at close range, just due to its extreme higher rate of fire. But enough with that. Let's talk about peeking a corner. This is the lockers on Metro at Bravo Flag. See, there's Bravo Flag. Yay. Alright. See, when I come up to this corner, you know, I'm coming from, you know, I just took sidestep, cleared over here, and I'm going to go make sure I have, my team has control of locker. I don't just run around and go, and then shoot. That's just retarded. That's just going to that's just basically feeding kills the other team. So is what you want to do. As you can see, it is on normal mode, so you can see my crosshairs, the on-screen crosshairs right now. When you run around, you want to try to keep your crosshairs at head height, so that way when you go to aim down sight, you're already there. And when you peek a corner, you know, you don't want to just be right here and peek. You kind of want to, I mean, you can be up close, be however you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable, but you want to peek. So I can peek right here at these lockers, this little break right here. All right. I'm covered from the rest down this way. It's all covered, so they can't hit me, but I can shoot this guy right here. All right. Next, you want to try to peek out. Right now, it's a little danger because the guys that are further down might have a slight angle on me, but I can still hit the guys at that locker right there. I mean, I barely got a little bit, but I can hit them. And then you want to peek down further. So like this, instead of just going like this all the way over, you just want to be there. So I'm right there to be able to shoot. So that's how you peek a corner. Alright. That's how you should peek a lot of different corners, and they help you out quite considerably. Alright, let's talk about the burst, fire, and weapon control, and all that fun stuff. Now, I'm going to show you 3 different versions of the shooting. I'll show you what a lot of players do, what some players do, and what you should do. Alright, when shooting, a lot of players, you know, will aim down sight, and then they'll just shoot and not control the recoil. And see how it just went up and to the right? Well, that, like, all those bullets are in this cone of fire right here. That's the cone of fire for just aiming, no controlling the recoil. This is aiming and controlling recoil. Alright, see how they did it? Still try to go up to the right, but I kept it in a cone, in a circular. Basically, that's kind of what you want, but to make it even better, you should do something along these lines. So, as you can see, The first set right here is this right here. It just went up to the right, and this is controlling the recoil. It gave me this big box, or big circle of spread, and this one gave me a lot smaller spread. This is, so again, this spread is controlling the recoil and burst firing. This one is just letting down the trigger and controlling the recoil, and this is just letting down the trigger and not controlling the recoil. Basically, is what you got to think about is think of a cone of fire. Think of an ice cream cone, the pointy end, like a waffle cone style, but a ice cream cone being shoved into the tip of your barrel, and as it fans out, it goes in that cone. And now a cone of fire is exactly that. It is your bullets will make a cone as they travel through the air, and where the impact will be that circle. At a greater distance, that circle will get larger. So you want to try to keep that circle or cone of fire as small as possible. So you have your, burst fire right there, controlling, pulling slightly down to the left, and controlling the recoil instead of just letting up and letting it go all crazy. And that will cover it for today, gentlemen or ladies. And you folks have a great day. And again, this is Grebner101 for Zero Talent Gaming. You folks have a good day.